Alright students, today we are going to talk about congruent triangles. So, I have two congruent triangles here. I got triangle ABC and triangle FED. Now if you notice right here, I have copied this triangle. ABC, one tick mark, two tick marks, three tick marks. And then I've got triangle FED. So FED, one tick mark, two tick marks, three tick marks. Now these are congruent triangles because I can overlay them one on top of the other, and they are the same triangle. They have the same side lengths, and they have the same angle lengths. Doesn't matter which one is on the top or the bottom, they are the same triangle. So I know that they're congruent triangles. So the question here is, what makes triangles congruent? Well, we just talked about that. Congruent triangles have the same side lengths and they have the same angles. But we know the definition of congruent. And congruent, yes, you guessed it, means the same size and shape. So same size means that all of the triangle segments, its legs of the triangle, are congruent. They have the same measurement, the same distance. And all of the angles have corresponding angles of the same measurement. So A and F are the same, B and E is the same, and C and D have the same measurement. So that's the same size, same lengths, same angles. And then shape. Well, this is a triangle. So these two triangles have, because that's the same shape, have the same size. So that will make these two triangles congruent. So now, if we're talking about what parts of the two triangles are congruent, it's very important that you pick a spot to start. So I'm going to find this angle right here, A, which is one arc, and I'm going to go find the same one over here, which is angle D. So they each have the same arc. So that means that angle A is congruent to angle D. Now, I'm going to walk this triangle the same way because it's very important that you walk the triangle the same way you go. So I'm going from one arc to two arcs. So I'm walking this way. One arc to two arcs here. So I've got angle B is congruent to angle E. So angle B is congruent to angle E. Now I got to keep walking the same way. So now I'm going down to three arcs. So 1, 2, 3. So that means angle C, 1, 2, 3, is congruent to angle F. Angle C is congruent to angle F. Now I got to talk about, okay, which segments are congruent. And that's pretty easy to see because of these tick marks. But you've got to watch the way that you're walking. So I'm going from A to B. So segment A to B is congruent to segment DE. Alright. So now I'm going from B to C. So segment BC is congruent to E to F. I got two tick marks here. Segment EF. Then I have my last segment here. I'm going from C to A. I got three tick marks. So I've got segment CA A is congruent to segment, FD. Now, kiddos, I want you to pay attention to how these segments look. If you look at this first one here, this is ABC. So if I was writing my congruent statement for this guy, it would be triangle ABC, because that's how we walked it. And look, right here, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Is that right? Let's look at this. A and D, yep. B and E, yep. And then C and F. So here is my congruent statement for my triangle. And it's built off of my congruent statements. So now I have corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. That's a big word. A lot of words. So we use Cpctc. Alright, kiddos. Let's break this down. I've got congruent in here twice. And I have triangles. So I know what shape I'm using. And then I've got congruent. So that means they're the same size. So here's my two triangles here, right? They're the same size, the same shape. Well, now it's saying corresponding parts. So remember, corresponding means same location, but different group. So same location, different group. Same location, different group. So how I use this is, let's say that I proved that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and I did that through side, side, side. Because remember, I have to prove a triangle is congruent using either side, 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 angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, or hypotenuse leg. Side, 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 angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, and hypotenuse leg. Alright. Well, I use side, side, side. Well, that just tells me that all three of these sides are congruent. But if I've proved that these two triangles are congruent, then that means the angles are also congruent. Everything has a matching part. So now I can claim that angle A is congruent to angle F. And I can claim that because those are corresponding parts of different triangles. Since I've proven that the triangles are congruent through one of my theorems, I now can prove or say that any corresponding part is congruent. So I can claim this, but then I'm going to use Cpctc, because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. All right, that's it.